This Pranali for you.
Hi, I'm Pranali from Panji Hub, that's in Goa, India.
Yes, Pranali is a great chef. She's a food influencer, and she's a wonderful person. But yeah, maybe introduce yourself a bit more and talk about what you do and your plan to move.
Yeah. So actually, all this while I have been in the corporate social responsibility wing of one of the companies, and I have extensively worked under program management roles. So I have been working towards education. I have managed scholarship initiatives. I have funded schools which needed infrastructure development, and a little bit of here and there of volunteering in read aloud initiatives with students, and touching a lot of grassroots level schools. So that's been me.
I think rest of India sees Goa as this place where people go to chill. What problem can Goa have? But yeah, every hub works towards different problem statements that are, local to their respective areas. But what are the issues that actually Goa faces?
So right now, as we speak, Goa is so popular that everybody wants to move to Goa. So right now, the major issue that we are facing is we have very small land and a lot of people who wants to build their houses. So a lot of forests are being destroyed, a lot
Oh.
of trees that are being cut down, lot of agricultural land are being converted into spaces which are not allowed, and
Yeah.
they are going beyond the permitted limits. So that is causing us a lot of distress in terms of our ecology, in terms of our forest that needs to have needs to be there, so that we do not have the climate change issues that we are seeing right now. Lot of mangroves that are being cut down in enormous numbers. I can't even start about it, but that's very disheartening to see, because without it the coastal belt is falling apart. So that's one of the major challenges that I see right
You are
now.
actually getting sentimental thinking about it.
Yes, I do, because these challenges are something that I see on my walking paths daily to home. So I just can't stand looking at them, because
It'll
I
be-
see the mangroves dying
yeah.
in front of my eyes.
It's
And
something that you were born into.
yes, and I
Yeah.
can't do anything about it, because it's done in a way where the people are just blocking the water paths for the mangroves to survive. So that's very disheartening to know.
So what is your hub actually actively doing or planning to do? Because
Yeah.
this is the problem statement that you feel closest to.
Yes. So about this, we are creating right now a lot of awareness that we as youth can do something about it. Even if we do not have extensive energy or funds to do major projects around it, at least an awareness is where we are starting right now. Events of mangrove walks, letting people know what mangroves are. If we have just gone to a walk and licked mangrove leaves, that's what we have done. We have always used a miswak toothpaste,
Ah.
but that is also a type of mangrove.
Right.
Is something I was not aware until I went for a walk. So that's something which we are exploring. And apart from that, apart from the nature and all the events that we have been doing, we are also focusing on financial literacy and inclusion in the school students, in the daily wage worker communities, and also in women. So that is another initiative that we are focused on, because we have realized, at least I have realized after visiting so many government schools, that a lot of students are not aware of what to do with themselves after they graduate.
Right.
So we are setting the foundation quite early on. So that is one more thing. Apart from that, little bit of here and there of nutritional literacy that we are doing
Of
as
course,
well.
because chef ho.
Yeah, because we understood that these migrant workers, when we go to speak with them, they do not know what exactly is required in terms of nutrition for them. So that is a little bit of what we are doing as
Right.
well. Yeah.
Touching up on the, I do understand that the mangrove and saving sustainability is what is your priority. But digital literacy is something that is common to both our hubs, because Kuchi also has a literacy program. And I genuinely feel that the problem statement that you mentioned, where kids or students, they cannot figure out what to do after they complete their course, it's an issue that's spread across India. I'm not sure about rest of the world, but at least in Kerala it's quite popular, and it's leading to a phase where there is a significant gap. Matlab, from employer or executive point of view, they have jobs open in diverse areas, but students are either sticking on to blue collar jobs where there does not have much of a demand at the moment, and they do not want to try out another sector because nothing else is fancy. So I was taking a session today, you were also part of it. So the question that was asked to me is the issue identified by international organizations is that executive face an issue where they cannot fill a job opening. That is the issue they are facing. And then I was replying that I look at the problem differently. It's not a shortage at the talent end. Matlab, there is no talent shortage. It's just an exposure shortage. If in schools or in colleges, ideally in schools itself, if kids are exposed to a lot of sectors, if they are introduced to a lot of industries, if they have access to tools, and if they have access to people they can end up becoming like proper engineers or entrepreneurs, then they'll have an idea what to look ahead to. I think Jaipur Hub, Ahmedabad Hub, Niyati was also saying something around the same lines. That's when I realized this particular problem statement of upskilling is quite common among all the hubs in India. So yeah, that's quite a similarity that I found. Any key takeaways that you got from the annual summit that you're planning to take back?
Got it. So from the annual summit, I have realized that there is a lot of potential that young people have. That is one. Not only do we have a voice, but that voice has a space where all it can be heard. That is a biggest sentiment that I am carrying forward, and that is what is the energy that I am going to pass towards the next generation of curatorship, towards the next generation of leaders I meet. So that is going to be my motto, really. So to summarize that is the sentiment.
What is the immediate actionable that you're going to take?
So immediate action is that I realized as a curator I have a big year ahead, but that big year is going to snap away in seconds. So I need to break down my responsibilities for a year into quarters and identify what action points I need to do immediately in those 4 months. And what I believe I need to do immediately is to understand the different opinions, because the way I was heard here, I want everyone in my hub to feel that they are heard too. So that is the immediate action that I want to take.
Yes, how did you feel after? What are you personally feeling after the summit? It's Geneva, it's the third day. What do you feel?
I personally feel honestly a little bit of how do I put it? But, emotional as well as elated, like very happy inside, but I'm not able to express it right now because I express it when I am with a very comfortable space at my home.
She's saying she's not comfortable with me, dear people, after spending 4 days together.
No, so honestly it's been like a little overwhelming for me because this is my first exposure to an international platform. So I need to really reel in and process what all I spoke, what all people spoke with me, and understand what is it that I can do better next time. So that is how I'm feeling.
Any message that you want to give?
Yeah. So, message is that very tough question.
Yeah, tough question.
I feel that Mog Asudi in Konkani means please keep loving us and please keep sharing love.
Like how I love Pranali.
Yeah.
And how Pranali loves me.
Yeah, so Mog Asudi.
Yeah, Moga?
Mog
Asudi. Oh,
yes.
Mog Asudi.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Dev Bore Koru means may God bless you.
Dev
Bore Koru.
Bore Koru.
God bless you.
God bless you.
Yes.
That's it. Anigrehete Dev Anigrehete. That's Malayalam. Yes, so that's it with Pranali. But we'll be soon meeting Pranali again at Goa.
Yes.
Because she invited me to Goa.
She's going to have my home cooked fish thali, which I have promised her, with a lot of types of seafood. And if you want to come to, please join Arundhati in her mission.
Arey, I thought it was exclusive.
No, I have just opened it to people.
Wow. Yes, that's Pranali. And yeah, that's the end of this episode.
Bye.